So the next fight I want to see Shakur in, man, is a big fight. You know, I don't
Did
know if it's
anything in their two most recent fights, a couple weeks apart, Shakur and Tank, did it change your assessment about that fight at all? You've always picked Shakur.
yeah, yes. It somewhat has, man. And I say he fights the level of competition, you know, and you can say, oh, there's some contradictory going on now, but it just I still got Shakur, but there is still like it's like I can see a way, I can see a path of where Tank can beat him. I can see it. I can see a path in a way that I believe that Tank can catch him and hurt him and knock him out. You know, I'm not gonna give that away. However, I can see the path. I can see a path, man. Um, well, I could talk about it. I mean, it's the fact that he's not when you put heat on him, he's so damn defensive that he don't throw punches. There's nothing in return. So you're able to mount an attack on him and let your hands go, and you're not going to receive any counter punches coming back. You know, I think Tank sees that. I think Tank knows that. So as long as those counters don't come, Tank's gonna be in there. You know, as long as he's not willing to risk getting caught, Tank's gonna be in the fight. Period. And if he starts moving back on his bicycle and Tank's coming forward, Tank gonna be the aggressor. That's what's gonna happen. So I can see Tank actually winning the fight now. Now when I thought that he couldn't on the scorecards and not knocking out Shakur because of this. You know, the inactivity behind his defense could be his downfall.
That's what we got to do, right? We got to keep an open mind fight to fight. Things change. Guys show different wrinkles in their games or lack thereof.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Again, styles make fights. Tank's a southpaw. It's a bit different. I actually noticed something with Shakur. He don't have a whole lot of slip counters, man. You know, you would think a guy so slick, he'd be, you know, slipping his head off to the side and you know, countering, you know, allowing the guy to come in the range and come into his space, but then countering the crap out of him. He doesn't. He just uses that step back and pulls, you know,
So he's got
mainly
the pull
for
counter
his
though,
offense.
but
The
not the
pull
slip.
counter, yeah, he got the pull counter, but not the slip counters, which is interesting. But I think I know why though. You know, when you're southpaw, you get used to facing orthodox fighters. I don't know if this was done purposely, but this is my theory. So southpaws, they're used to fighting orthodox fighters, and they're used to moving their head when they do slip counters. They're used to moving their head out of the way a certain way, right, to avoid the right hand. So over the years, you get accustomed to doing that because you fight predominantly orthodox fighters. All right. So then when you face a southpaw, if you move that way, you move into the hand of their left hand, the backhand. So if you don't create that habit by creating those slip counters to that side, then you don't have to worry about being your head being placed on that slot to be hit with that left hand. The left hand is what I'm not worried about with Tank. The left hand I'm not worried about with Tank. It's the right hook I'm worried about. I'm worried about the right hook coming from Tank with Shakur. That's what I'm worried about. The right hook, not the straight left hand. You know,
Well, Artatunian isn't a southpaw, but that was the only punch he did land maybe twice. It was the left hook. It was the hook. The left hook wasn't the right hook, but
well, you know, Artatunian did land the left hook, and it's because Shakur always drops his lead hand. A lot of times he goes in that shell, and then he will either pull with it, and then when he throws his backhand, he drops it too. So there might be go ahead, go
I
ahead.
think we
Oh, my
got your
bad.
hand covering you there a little bit. So that's all. Go on.
No, I said, but yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, that left hand would be there. That left hand could be there for Tank also, because he usually drops his when he throws his he'll pull or he'll step back and then he'll counter with the left hand, and then he usually drops the lead hand when he does it. So that could invite one of those looping left hands coming from Tank, you know. But yeah. I'm thinking about all the mistakes that Shakur makes. But yeah, but anyways, man, I'm just ranting right now, man. Just talking about little X and O's, but I think it's still a great fight, man. I think Shakur will step up. I think we'll see the best Shakur if he fought against Tank, because he's already slippery already, and now it amplifies, especially when you face a puncher. So I think Shakur will fight better than he's fought. I think he'll move around a whole hell of a lot more, but I think it'll be somewhat of a boring fight, to be honest with you, because I don't think Shakur's going to exchange with him. But I think he can still win because he has a concentration to be able to avoid that big shot and not allow Tank to be able to land it. So, but again, I still see opportunities for Tank to be able to land in the same time in the same sentence, man. You know, I'm hope I'm making sense. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I'm just rambling right now, but I see an opportunity for both guys to win this fight, man. And the fight has to get done. Hopefully, it gets done after Lomachenko and Tank. You know, still a very tough fight, I think, for both guys. You know, I would definitely favor Tank. However, I'm not counting Lomachenko out. And then after that, I hope that Tank steps up and he faces Shakur. I mean, Tank said that he wanted Loma and he's going after the fight, and it's going to happen. I hope it's going to happen. Let me cross my fingers. And Tank just said, "Hey, you next." So after I get done with Loma, Tank already said, like, "No, dog, you next. Like, you still next."
You're
So,
in there, little bro, was the quote. Yeah.
oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you gonna get it. And I think Tank's on a mission, bro. I think he's on a mission, and I think he wants that number one spot. Not only in the 135 pounds, he wants the number one spot in all of boxing.
Right.
So
Right. I'm optimistic it actually be a great fight. I know. And even if it's not, entertainment's one thing, but we also got to get to the bottom of who's the best fighter,
I
regardless,
like.
you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope it happens, man.
You want to know why? You don't want to know why I'm skeptic on as far as the type of performance or the type of fight it's going to be, but it will probably possibly be entertaining uh because everybody's gonna be waiting on that bomb to land. Everybody's gonna be on the edge of their seat just waiting for that bomb to land, bro. You know, it may come, it may not. I don't know, but I think that'll keep people suspenseful, especially when Tank starts closing the distance on Shakur and starts hitting them. But yeah, I think that will make it entertaining in itself. The fact that Tank is suspenseful, bro. You watch a Tank fight for the first few rounds, you're like, what the hell he doing? What's he doing? And then all of a sudden, boom, bing, 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 and it's over. You know, he's surprising, bro. He's surprising. He's not a guy that just come out blazing like in a way where you're looking at these flashy combinations, you're saying, damn, this guy, he's something else. Nah, Tank will take his time, slowly break you down, figure you out, and then knock you out.